आता इंडियन यूथ पक्ष आपल्या विषयाचे सादरीकरण करेल. माननीय पंतप्रधान आर्या मानकर यांना मी विनंती करते की त्यांनी आपला विषय मांडावा.
Good afternoon, all. Honorable Speaker, honorable leaders of all opposition parties, and all my fellow member of Parliament. As a Prime Minister, I, Arya Mankar, stand before you to present our government's view on work from home policy. What is work? Work is very fundamental to every human being. With the onset of COVID, the concept of work from home got a new meaning and became the new normal. The outbreak of the coronavirus and the subsequent lockdowns led to a strong disruption across all the sectors and gave a hard time to all the stakeholders involved in the economy, be it government, employers, or employees. If we look at the history of work from home, this concept originated in 1973. A foreign scientist laid the foundation for modern remote working when he coined the term telecommunicating. As computers and the internet paved the way for modern day remote work, more people started buying personal computers and even more were connecting their homes to the internet. Today, work from home means that an employee can work from their office, apartment, work from their house, apartment, or place of residence rather than working from the office. Work from home means that an employee can set up their workspace in their homes and manage their entire work right from the comfort of their house without the need to necessarily go to the office. From a national survey, 8 in 10 people will change jobs if they cannot be given work from home. If we consider work from home, we can understand that it has several benefits as well as challenges. Each one of us has experienced these in some degree when we were in lockdown. Some benefits for organizations include work from home can result in improved productivity than the traditional working style. Reduction in organizational cost for maintaining the offices. Employees can be hired from a wider talent pool across cities. In case of some undesired event, such as any natural calamities, distributed workforce ensures continuity in operation and hence reduces the risk. Some benefits for employees include reduction of traveling time. This is especially important in the Indian context as people spend an average of 7% of the day in traveling. Reduced cost for traveling, increased autonomy for individuals, more family time, location independence. I'm sure each one of you has experienced these benefits while working from home. Benefit for the society include it helps in decreasing air pollution, thus has a positive environmental impact. Less traffic jams, less population in cities. As there are benefits, there are challenges as well. Some challenges for organizations include data security, difficulty in measuring productivity and performance of employees, team management issues. Some challenges for employees include internet connectivity and power supply issues, additional home responsibilities and issues like attending sick family members' household chores or managing younger kids. Difficulty in managing work and home time, feeling of loneliness, anxiety, and depression, long working hours, feeling of having limited promotion opportunities, lack of spaces in homes to work privately, especially in joint families, lack of creativity due to limited face-to-face conversations. Some challenges for society include increased physical and mental health concerns, lack of understanding and acceptance by family members to accommodate work from home requirements, and increased domestic violence leading to more divorce cases. While these challenges are true, the benefits of work from home cannot be ignored. Now moving to the current scenario of work from home in India. To keep continuation of work and the economy moving, Ministry of Commerce advised the very first work from home guidelines, Rule 43A. These guidelines indicate that employees working in special economic zones, that is SEZ, can avail work from home. These guidelines have been extended till December 2023, allowing IT and IT-enabled services companies operating in special economic zones to permit 100% work from home. Earlier, only 50% employees, including contractual workers, were allowed to work from home. As per the recent amendment, special economic zone may approve higher number of employees to work from home. The company provides laptops, desktops, and other electronic equipment to employees. Keeping in mind the foundation laid by the previous government, Indian Youth Party is formulating a new policy for work from home. We have conducted a detailed analysis of issues, challenges, and concerns pertaining to the topic and have established a policy which is as follows. This policy is not only limited to special economic zones but also applicable pan-India and will impact both employees as well as organization. Only registered organization under Company Act can avail this policy, and it is mandatory for the registered organization to have at least one physical office. Our policies has 4 sections. Section 1, policy applicability and eligibility guidelines. Section 2, enabling infrastructure and working condition guidelines. Section 3, welfare initiatives and employee engagement guidelines. Section 4, data security and confidentiality guidelines. Now presenting the details of each section. Section 1, policy applicability and eligibility guidelines. This work from home policy will be applicable to all full-time workers, part-time workers, and contractual workers, interns, freelancers, and gig workers. The nature of job and data confidentiality factors will primarily determine what degree of work from home is possible. Thus, the organization will have considered in which sector do they operate, such as finance, IT, retail, and then determine for which category of employees is work from home applicable and for how many days. Additionally, the organization can also consider giving need-based, prolonged, and regular work from home options. Moving on, Section 2, enabling infrastructure and working condition guidelines. While providing work from home, the organization will need to consider working hours, minimum wages, schedule in advance so that employees informed in advance. This will also help in limited disruptions and other employees' issues. Given remote work will be exceedingly dependent on many physical infrastructures like internet connectivity, chair and table, uninterrupted power supply, availability of laptop, desktop, etc. It will be the organization's responsibility to provide for basic infrastructure. A one-time allowance to purchase supporting infrastructure like chair, internet, table can also be considered by the organization. The organization will need to provide required software for team communication and data sharing. Additionally, the organization will need to define standard operating procedure, that is SOP, which can be used by employees to perform a particular any task easily while working from home. Now coming to Section 3, welfare initiatives and employee engagement guidelines. For the welfare of employees, organization will need to maintain fairness at all times. All employees will need to be paid fairly and no discrimination should be made on the basis of those working from home and those working from office. Considering remote working will hamper employee communication and organizational effectiveness. The organization will need to facilitate informal communication and team building to keep employees motivated and have high productivity. Organizations are also advised to set up a grievance cell to report concerns or complaints of employees so that they can be solved effectively. Moving to last section on data security and confidentiality guidelines. All employees will need to work in a private, secured working area and they should follow all data protection standards. They should not send any confidential data of the organization or clients through personal email. Employees should not use unauthorized software, particularly for the storage processing of data. All employees should not keep desktop, laptop, screen unattended even at home. In case of any data security issues or loss of information, employees should immediately inform the concerned technical team in the organization. There is a saying, यथा ह्योकेन चक्रेण न रथस्य गतिर्भवेत् एवं परुष्कारेण विना देवं न सिद्ध्यति. It means that even a chariot cannot move with one wheel. Just like a chariot cannot move with one wheel, we cannot attain our destiny without hard work or effort. Similarly, if we make a policy and don't have resources to implement it, the policy is of no use. Hence, we as a government will take required actions to implement our policy through these policy enablers. First, company registration. We will focus to make unregistered company to get registered under Company Act so that they can benefit from our policies and schemes. Our focus is to promote ease of doing business. Second, sustainable electricity. We will focus on providing sustaining electricity by leveraging green technology so that all employees across the country can work from home. Fast internet connectivity. We will provide boost to internet service providers so that each one has access to internet. Data security. We will focus on reforming the data security laws, which will in turn ensure data protection of employees as well as employers. While we have just begun our journey towards redefining work, I, as the Prime Minister, would like to thank all employees as well as organizations across sectors for adopting work from home and ensuring that our country was not disrupted in challenging times. While this policy is our first step, it's certainly not the last. As per the needs and advice of the people, we ensure you to take the right steps and make the necessary amendments. Thank you. Jai Hind.
यानंतर प्रश्नोत्तरांची वेळ सुरू होत आहे. पक्षाच्या नावाची घोषणा केल्यानंतर त्याच पक्षाच्या प्रतिनिधीने आपला प्रश्न विचारावा. भारत समानता पक्ष.
Hello, respected Prime Minister. I am Atharva Joshi. I have question that after do work from home, can people have good life balance?
सक्षम भारत पक्ष.
My question to you is, work from home requires internet and good network. So what are your solutions to face this situation where internet is not available?
प्रोग्रेसिव्ह इंडिया पक्ष.
Do you not think single parents will have an issue working from home with their children?
भारत विकास पक्ष.
वर्क फ्रॉम होम करत असताना लोक कमी सोशलाइज होण्याची शक्यता वाढते. त्यासाठी काय कराल?
भारत समन्वय पक्ष.
Yeah. Respected Prime Minister, so what I have to say is that you are telling that we will have the work from home, right? So, but this policy gradually can decrease the economical background because as there is a lack of employment that will be created for the people like a bus driver, like the car driver, the cabs that are there. So this can create an unemployment which will cause an economical background loss. So what will you do regarding this?
सर्वांचे प्रश्न विचारून झाले आहेत. माननीय पंतप्रधानांनी उत्तरे द्यावीत अशी मी त्यांना विनंती करते.
So for the first question, after working from home, people will have good life balance, right? So yes, because they'll get more family time to spend with the family or parents of maybe sister and brother. Second, what are your solutions? Okay. Second question was about internet problem. So for that, there is a scheme, that is PM Vani scheme, by which the internet connectivity, we'll try to create a broadband of internet connectivity. It will reach in the rural areas also, the remote areas also. The third question was related to single parent issues. So we'll suggest the companies to provide daycare facilities available in the cities, which will be a benefit for them. For the fourth question, we'll keep informal meetings.
कृपया 30 सेकंदांमध्ये आपले उत्तर पूर्ण करू शकता.
The last one was unemployment in local transport. So still if the buses and all, like you said, they'll not get unemployment. But what about others? The ones who are having problem doing it for work from office, for them we have created the policy. And you can also do hybrid, like 4 days work from home and 2 days work from office. And also another option is given, that is work from office. So it is the citizen's choice.
माननीय पंतप्रधानांची उत्तरे देऊन झाली आहेत. आता ज्यांनी प्रश्न विचारले आहेत त्या 5 खासदारांनी कृपया उभे राहावे. आता पंतप्रधान आणि माननीय खासदार यांना एकत्रित चर्चेसाठी 3 मिनिटांचा अतिरिक्त कालावधी देण्यात येत आहे. कृपया चर्चेस सुरुवात करावी.
And,
Do you not think that it will have a bad impact in the relationship of the parent and the children when a parent is sending their child to a daycare?
But it's actually the need of the hour, right?
what
But
about
it will hamper with their relationship. How will you change something in that?
It will not affect.
How is that? They will get less time with them.
If you really think that it will impact, then you are having work from office option.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was telling that, and there are few of the government jobs as well, and that has to be done in the office. So what are your plans regarding that?
It depends on the nature of jobs, the confidentiality guidelines.
So in rural areas, devices are not affordable to the people. So how will you work it out? Like even if there is connectivity, how will you work that out?
We'll boost the internet providers to do it.
But they cannot afford the devices in rural areas, most people. So how will they do?
If it is necessary, they can also work from office.
And what about the social life? You said that
You can take informal meetings. Do you mean about the productivity of the employee?
no. I ask, can they have good life balance? Social life of them.
Yes, sure. By the time management.
Thank you.
प्लीज एक्सप्लेन करा काय पद्धतीच्या इन्फॉर्मल मीटिंग असतील. काय प्लॅन आहे तुमचा?
ओके, वेलफेअर इनिशिएटिव्स आणि एम्प्लॉई मॅनेजमेंट गाईडलाईन्स दिल्या आहेत. त्यात सगळं रिलेटेड आहे याच्या.
But there is no electricity available in rural areas. So how will you work that out?
We are going to provide sustainable electricity.
बट तुमचा नेमकी प्लॅन काय करू शकतो?
आम्ही वेगवेगळे पिकनिक्स ठेवू, सेमिनार्स ठेवू, ज्याने म्हणजे जे एम्प्लॉईसाठी खूप बेनिफिशियल असतील.
एका जागी बसून त्यांच्या तब्येतीवर पण परिणाम होऊ शकतो. तर मग हा गुड लाईफ बॅलन्स कसा होईल?
आम्ही कंपनीला सजेस्ट केलं आहे की फ्लेक्झिबल शेड्यूल्स देऊ, म्हणजे आम्ही पूर्ण वर्किंग आवर्समध्ये शॉर्ट ब्रेक्स देऊ.
हो, पण शेवटी एकाच जागी बसायला लागतं ना.
चर्चेची वेळ समाप्त झाली आहे.
मग ऑफिसमध्ये पण तर तुम्ही एकाच जागेवर बसता. तेच तर काय.
धन्यवाद. कृपया शांतता राखावी. आता सत्ताधारी पक्षाने आपला ठराव सदनासमोर मांडावा.
As a Prime Minister of India, I am putting forward a resolution for work from home policy in front of the members of this House, and we seek your support in favor of this resolution. To help govern how organizations and employees can exercise work from home, we have laid a policy by defining 4 guidelines. First, policy applicability and eligibility guidelines. Second, enabling infrastructure and working condition guidelines. Third, welfare initiatives and employee engagement guidelines. Fourth, data security and confidentiality guidelines. To ensure adoption of this policy, we will fast-track registration process of unregistered companies to develop infrastructure to support work from home, redefine that data security law to protect employees' organization data in work from home setup, and focus on Skill India agenda to provide work from home opportunities for the future youth. Hence, we seek your support in favoring of this resolution unopposed. Thank you.
पंतप्रधानांनी मांडलेल्या ठरावावरील मतदानासाठीची वेळ आता सुरू होत आहे. ठराव 13 विरुद्ध 11 मताने मंजूर झाला आहे असे आम्ही जाहीर करतो. माननीय सभापतींना मी विनंती करते की त्यांनी सत्ताधारी पक्षाने मांडलेल्या विषयाबद्दल मार्गदर्शन करावे.
गरज ही शोधाची जननी असते असं म्हणतात. टेलिकम्युटिंग, वर्क फ्रॉम होम, टेलिकॉन्फरन्सिंग ह्या गोष्टी गेली 30, 40, 50 वर्ष आहेत. गेल्या 10-15 वर्षामध्ये पण बऱ्याच प्रमाणात जसजसं इंटरनेटची उपलब्धता वाढत गेली तिथे काही अंगाने ह्या गोष्टी कामामध्ये येत होत्या. विशेषतः बहुदेशीय कंपन्या ज्या आहेत, वेगवेगळ्या देशात काम करतात, ते ह्या वापरत होत्या. पण कोविडचं जे आव्हान उभं राहिलं त्यातनं वर्क फ्रॉम होम या संकल्पनेला मोठी चालना मिळाली. आणि आपण बऱ्याच ठिकाणी बघतो की लोक 3 तास 4 तास दिवसातले ऑफिसला जाणं आणि परत येणं ह्याच्यात त्यांना घालवावे लागतात. तर ह्यामध्ये मोठी बचत याच्यामुळे वर्क फ्रॉम होममुळे झाली का? आणि कोविडचा काळ वर्क फ्रॉम होम नसतं तर कशा पद्धतीने आपल्याला काम करता आलं असतं असा विचार इथे केला पाहिजे. तर त्यामुळे आजचा जो प्रस्ताव होता त्याच्यात त्यांनी वेगवेगळ्या अंगांनी वर्क फ्रॉम होम करायचे ते कसं करावं, त्याची गाईडलाईन्स काय असावी अशा प्रकारचा तिथे विचार केला होता. तिथे डेटा सिक्युरिटीचा अँगल होता, तिथे सोशल जे इश्यूज आहेत, फॅमिली रिलेटेड इश्यूज आहेत, त्या सगळ्याचा विचार केलेला होता. तर इथे वर्क फ्रॉम होम करावं का करू नये असा विषय नसून ते करण्यासाठी काही पॉलिसी आणता येईल का असा हा प्रस्ताव होता. तर तो निश्चित चांगल्या प्रकारे मांडलेला होता. एक थोडीशी गमतीची गोष्ट सांगतो. एक नुकतंच विमान प्रवासासाठी लोक गेले होते. विमान उडाल्यानंतर पब्लिक ॲड्रेस सिस्टीमवर असं संभाषण आलं की आपल्या सगळ्यांचं या विमानात स्वागत आहे, मी तुमचा पायलट बोलतो आहे, आज मात्र मी वर्क फ्रॉम होम करतो आहे. तर सगळ्या क्षेत्रामध्ये वर्क फ्रॉम होम शक्य नसतं. मेडिकल फील्डमध्ये शक्य नाही, पोलिसांना शक्य नाही, सैन्य दलाला शक्य नाही, कारखान्यांमध्ये शक्य नाही. कारखान्यामध्ये सुद्धा जिथे फिजिकली काम करावं लागतं तिथेच जावं लागतं. पण सेवा क्षेत्रामध्ये अनेक ठिकाणी हे वर्क फ्रॉम होम सुरू झालेलं आहे, ते सुलभ झालेलं आहे. त्याच्यात आव्हानं पण आहेत, त्याच्यात फायदे पण आहेत. पण त्यातले फायदे हे आव्हानांपेक्षा जास्त आहेत. त्यातनं कंपन्यांचा खर्च खूप कमी होऊ शकतो. त्यांना जागेमध्ये, भाड्यामध्ये, फर्निचरमध्ये कमी गुंतवणूक करावी लागते. काम करणाऱ्या लोकांचं घरी ते जास्त वेळ देऊ शकतात. आणि बऱ्याच ठिकाणी मोठा जो फरक पडला की वर्क फ्रॉम होम जर शक्य आहे तर वर्क फ्रॉम एनिवेअर का शक्य नाही. आणि त्यामुळे खूप मोठ्या प्रमाणात या कामाचा प्रवाह भारतासारख्या देशाकडे आलेला आहे. की अमेरिकेतच 300 मैलावरनं काम करण्यापेक्षा 5000 मैलावरनं भारतातनं काम जर 1/4 किमतीत करता येत असेल तर का करू नये. दुसरा एक मोठा फायदा या वर्क फ्रॉम होममधनं जो झाला आहे तो दुसऱ्या तिसऱ्या श्रेणीची जी शहरं आहेत तिथल्या बऱ्याच जणांना मोठ्या शहरात येऊन काम करावं लागतं. त्यांना त्यांच्या आईवडिलांपासून लांब राहावं लागतं, त्यांचं स्वतःचं घर तिथे असताना इथे भाड्याचे पैसे भरावे लागतात. तर वर्क फ्रॉम होम नंतर त्यामध्ये खूप मोठ्या प्रमाणात सुविधा निर्माण झाल्या आहेत. छोट्या गावांचा विकास होण्यासाठी त्याची मदत झाली आहे आणि सगळ्यांचीच प्रॉडक्टिव्हिटी वाढण्यासाठी, खर्च कमी होण्यासाठी याचा उपयोग झाला आहे. तर याचा प्रस्ताव त्याची पॉलिसी करण्याचा होता. मला वाटतं 13 विरुद्ध 11 इतक्या काठोकाठ पास होण्याची जरूर नव्हती. मला वाटतं ह्याच्यातले फायदे खूप जास्त आहेत. धन्यवाद.